Hello, trader. Looking at British pound US dollar and euro dollar to see potential trading opportunity here. Now, we see that both of these instruments, there was a sharp breakdown from this structure and it's on a pullback. So, this pullback is here, it's over, or we could see further deeper move back to the upside here. So, to understand for potential entry, let's first look at the bigger picture perspective here, looking at monthly chart on GBPUSD first of all, and then we'll be looking at also euro dollar. Now, before I progress further, traders, with this analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let's see that monthly price action here on euro dollar and British pound US dollar, that you can see on GBPUSD after this previous monthly close. This month, the market tested the upper shadow of this monthly candle, and you can see created a lower high. The price initially rejected back below. As we see that this market is in a pullback of this bigger monthly impulse, what I think that now the price may even come back here to this support level from the long term picture on GBPUSD. So lower time frame, we could see that here potentially a downtrending market structure. Now, if we look at the weekly chart here on GBPUSD, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is the weekly price action where the price has crossed this high here on the weekly, and after cross of this high, after cross of this doji here, the market has grabbed that good amount of liquidity from the weekly perspective on GBPUSD. We see this is the current weekly candle showing that potentially bearish move in this market as the price crossed that previous weekly high and sharply rejected back below with this bearish move. We could see that GBPUSD potentially come back down here to this weekly support level. Dropping down to the daily here on the lower time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective here, this is the daily bearish engulfer followed by a very narrow daily move that we can see today, as the market already we can see from the daily drop to that support and bounce back to the upside here. Now this is the previous daily support here and also support here, which is turning resistance in that area on British pound US dollar, expecting this market potentially to trend back below further here to this daily support level here. Now, for our perspective here on GBPUSD, we can see the market. This is where there was a sharp breakdown with a series of lower high and lower low, followed by now the market in a zone where there is a pullback in this area. This is a resistance here, and from that resistance, the price we can see tested this 10 EMA and getting a rejection again back below in this market. So lower time frame, especially if you look at the 15 minutes chart here, we can see a pin bar from this key level of resistance, and as the news coming, expecting the market to potentially break below to this support level. This could be the potential wave on GBPUSD where I will be waiting for potential sell entry for this possible move back below to this daily support level. Now, if we look at the euro dollar bigger picture again on euro dollar, we can see that this instrument also possibly to be bearish, as the price tested the monthly high here, and from that monthly high it's got the rejection again below, and we could see that potential trend continuation here on euro dollar to create a new lower low. Now, from the weekly chart where there is a weekly resistance here, the price tested this weekly high and form a weekly bearish engulfer. The prices crossed that high, grabbed the liquidity and created a weekly bear candle with both direction long wicks on both of this area, expecting that euro dollar to come back here to fill that long wick here in this market. If you look at the daily chart on euro dollar, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is where there is a resistance here, we can see a sharp break below followed by today's price from this high pushing up for a pullback, expecting that euro dollar. What I think after this initial pullback on the lower time frame, expecting the market to possibly to drop further back below in this market. So looking at the 4 hour chart here, that you can see the market here is like the GBPUSD euro dollar also had a breakdown followed by a pullback. So this 4 hour that you can see, there is a long wick candle, and with this long wick candle now it's on a pullback here. Currently it's consolidating in this area on the lower time frame, and I think that like the GBPUSD euro dollar potentially to break below from this level as an impulse correction. We can expect another potential impulse back below to this support level. This could be the wave on euro dollar for this upcoming session. I hope that traders enjoy this education and analysis. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.